today's game.
Gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to high school football on NBC Watertown. Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood as the NBC Watertown stream team in Philadelphia, New York for a rivalry match between the Indian River Wolves and the visiting Carthage Comets. We were here last week. We saw Indian River take an early lead just a couple of plays into the game and then fall behind big, and they had to fight back in the fourth quarter to retake the lead and win that one against VVS. This one should be really exciting, Ron.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Two hometown rivals, neighbors to each other. You guys missed the toss, but Carthage won the toss, deferred, so they will get the ball in the second half. They're going to kick it away. Can't wait to get it started. Lights are on. Crowd's ready. Let's play some football.
Yeah, it's a big crowd. They're rowdy. They always are here in Indian River, but especially when they take on Carthage. Like Ron said, the Comets will kick it away.
Fantastic vantage point from up here. Just see the entire field.
A lot of the surrounding area as well. It's beautiful. Good kick from Carthage, and it's reeled in over the 20. About the 18 is where that one was grabbed. And it was Alexander Baroa-Prenza on the return. Got down close to the 35.
Good field position. Looking forward to this Indian River offense. They've always run that same real system. It's almost a deception system. You never know who's got the ball. Your defense has got to be very disciplined.
Yeah, we saw them last week run that play. We saw several times last year. They hand it off to one running back, and then that running back hands it off a second time, and it's just so difficult to stop for the defense, even though everybody at this point has to know it's coming from Coach Corey Marcel. First play of the game,
Nice.
and it is a handoff on the ground.
They were ready for that one.
Looked like they knew that one was coming for sure. About a yard gain.
And it makes sense. Try the middle first. Spread it out until you find a weak spot. There was no weak spot in the middle.
Well, this team can certainly get down the field in a hurry.
No shortage of athletes on either side. My goodness. Full sidelines. They've got 2 or 3 teams worth of players on both sides. Quick to the line.
Second down and 9. Win with a pitch. That's Ariel Raymond on the carry. He gets around a couple. It's a first down for Indian River.
Just such intricate inside blocking. I mean, from here he looks like he's in the middle of a pile, but nobody touched him until he was 5 yards downfield, just kind of bobbing and weaving through the defense.
First down, Wolves. Marker on that far sideline says 4th. We'll get that changed. There it is, 1st and 10. Ball's on the 47-yard line for Indian River. First drive of the game. Pitched again. Shawcross on the carry that time, and he gets to the 50 before his forward progress is stopped.
Couple-yard gain there, 2nd and 7. That's at some point you figure they're going to come out wide. You got just the one receiver. Everybody, other 10 guys are just packed inside, doing their job, blocking it up.
Second down now from the 50.
People still pulling in here. Just underway, a minute and a half into the game. Headlights still pulling in the parking lot. Everybody else is home watching with us.
On the handoff, it's Raymond again, and it's another first down, it looks like, for Indian River.
It's going to be close. Yep. Good call.
Raymond had a tremendous game last week. Really dual threat in the backfield. Him and Trevor Shawcross, who's the school's leading rusher. Broke that record last season. He's in motion. Pitch to him
on this side, but
Shawcross trying to get around.
Nice defense.
And just short of the line of scrimmage, Shawcross tackled for a loss.
I thought the end on this side might have moved a little early, but regardless, no gain, good stop. 2nd and 10.
Wynn getting instruction from Coach Marcel on the near side, now back into the huddle. Wolves to the line on 2nd and 11. There's that double handoff play, but Carthage read it.
Nowhere to go.
Forward progress is going to give Raymond the line of scrimmage, but
I'm going to guess those boys on the defense for Carthage have seen tape of that play all week long. 3rd and 10, big spot here. Do they stay on the ground? Not much of a huddle there. Nope, they're going to stay on the ground. Picking his way, got across the 40, but that's about it. Going to be a 4th and a long 6. Kind of no man's land. They're going to have to go for it. No sense punting from here.
took the words out of my mouth. It's not really much of a decision to make here. This is an Indian River team that had a ton of success last year, and they did that without really any sort of kick unit at all. Be it a punt team, certainly did not try many extra points, if any. Fourth down now.
Timeout. Good use of the timeout there. Big play early in the game.
So fourth down.
Got to think they're going with their bread and butter too early in the game to try to play tricks. I think just do what you do best. Coach Marcel out on the field with his boys. I think he's going to tell them to block this up, and I think you're going to see a similar play. You're going to have it packed inside, one receiver out wide, and they're going to do what they do best. They're going to run the ball, if I had to guess. Carthage got to be ready for everything. Going to have to put somebody on the outside and have a safety out back, but everybody else, I'm going to guess, is going to be packed into the box. And the coaches are headed off the field. And, of course, Indian River right quick to the line. Here we go, 4th and 6. Big play here early in the game. There's that inside handoff. No, he faked it. I think the quarterback kept it, and he had nothing. They fooled me, but they didn't fool the defense, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Great defense by the Comets. And they're going to send the offense out on the field in good field position, their own 38-yard line.
Good start for the Carthage defense against the very potent Indian River offense. Yeah, not a bad spot to take over.
That's a nice defensive stand there. A couple first downs on the ground, and then they stiffened up.
So our first look at the Carthage offense here this evening, and it's handed off.
He's got a corner there. If he can get around, there he goes.
Jacob Kilborn on the carry over the 45.
Quick 7. Put yourself ahead of the change, 2nd and 3. Indian River had everything clogged up inside. Once he broke it to the outside, he had the speed to get around the corner.
Kilborn, one of the main weapons for this Carthage offense.
This one off tackle. Boy, that last guy. If he got past that corner, he had a lot of room to run. As it is, first down, and Carthage on the move across midfield. Oh, right at midfield.
Couple of handoff plays to Kilborn and a first down for Carthage. Senior quarterback Carson Rick over from the sideline, and now we'll line up. Bit of an eye here. Nate Fahrenbach is the wide receiver out to the left for Rick. He hands it off.
Well, they are loving that right side.
Kilborn again.
You can see why. There's another 5. Just no penetration from that Indian River defense.
Well, that was a big part of the issue last week for Indian River.
Same thing, feeding that right side.
Could not stop the running game of VVS. Really struggled. very young defensive line for Indian River. Not a ton of size, not the size you'd expect from Indian River anyway.
They try the left for a couple.
Kilborn again on the carry. Yet to see Carthage utilize anybody else. No need, really. Third down and short now.
Got a 3rd and 4 here. Got a yard to gain is that 40-yard line. Exclusively on the ground for both squads so far. I got to think Carthage is going to stay there. Based on what we've seen those last few plays, I think they've got to go back to the right. We'll see.
3rd down and short now. Still no score with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. High school football on NBC Watertown.
Keeper.
Rick. I think he was looking to pass downfield, but elected to roll out to the right.
Going to be short, 4th and 2.
Didn't have many options down the field.
And here we are, just about 20 yards from where we had it before. Now the Carthage Comets in a position where they really, I mean, what are you really going to gain by punting it away? You might as well go here. You got a 4th and 2. Short yardage. You've had pretty good success on the ground.
Well, those of you tuning in on WVNC, that's NBC Watertown, appreciate it. You didn't miss much. Still no score with 5:45 to go. Rick on the handoff.
This is going to be, that final push, I think, did it. They just got across the 40-yard line. They had him stopped, I think, just short. And then that second surge got him the first down, and that's going to move the chains. They're inside the 40 to the 39.
Carthage again goes to Kilborn on the ground, and he picks up another first. Whole host of changes on the defensive line for Indian River. Had a 1st and 10 coming up from the 40. Handed off.
Oh,
Indian River.
Stick. Wow, he met him just about the time he tucked the ball away, and his feet didn't stay on the ground long. And that was a fantastic form tackle. Quick loss of 3.
Well read by the Indian River defense. Took him a while, but finally able to stop Jacob Kilborn on the ground. Second down now and long, about 13 after Kilborn was dropped in the backfield. Rick hands it off. Kilborn tries to go to the left. He has some space. Kilborn over the 35.
Good game there. Got back the loss and 5 more. Going to be 3rd and 5 probably.
Wrapped up out of bounds by Mackay Coles.
Boy, it's early, but they seem to have quite a bit of success when they get to the outside. Just a little more speed on the corners than Indian River has, at least to this point.
Yeah, same issue we saw last week for Indian River. Definitely struggled to stop the run.
Better get this off quick. Clock's under 5.
Kilborn tried to get around to the outside, and he might have picked up a yard. Fourth down.
They have run it consistently. Enough to try a little play action. Maybe get an end out in the flat. Well, here we go. Our 3rd 4th down already today, and we're only 2/3 of the way through the first quarter.
3:45 to go. Kilborn by himself. Rick rolls out to the right. Rick under pressure just throws it away.
Boy, you can't throw it away on 4th down. Well, both defenses do their job. Bend a little bit, don't break, turn it over on downs. Indian River's going to pick it up just about exactly where they started their first possession. I think they started on the 33. After that back and forth, they gained a yard. 1st and 10 from their 34.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to go on the clock. No score here in the first quarter. High school football at NBC Watertown is presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group as well as SRT Chemical Solutions. Tonight, as Indian River hosting Carthage, Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood on the call for you. 1st and 10. Motion, and it's handed off to Shawcross, who tries to work his way to the outside, and he's
Just
dragged
nowhere
out
to
of
go.
bounds.
That pursuit from Carthage was fantastic.
Colton Fox got to Shawcross.
Use that sideline as an extra defender.
Second down now.
Picked up about 3, give him 2nd and 7.
Cole's off to the near sideline. Pitch to Raymond, and he's brought
Nowhere
down.
to go.
Couple of yards maybe.
Boy,
Referee
little extra
took a
action
tumble.
took a ref down too. These guys have been tussling after the play, and that time took it a little too far. I hope he's okay.
Christopher Stevens and Caden Smith, the culprits there from Carthage and Indian River, respectively, got involved. Referee appears to be all right.
Gonna have a little meeting here.
And maybe just a
Give him a chance to catch
welfare
his breath, maybe.
check, yeah. Third down now.
Dangerous spot in the middle of that defense.
Pitch to Raymond yet again,
caught
and
from
he is
behind.
stopped.
Great pursuit from behind.
Nothing doing on the play. It's 4th down. They ran that same play twice in a row, and Carthage was on top of it both times.
4th and 6. They gonna go for this in their own territory? Wow.
Shawcross in
They're gonna try to
motion.
draw him off. I think that's what they were doing. I think they're trying to draw him off. Almost got him. 4th and 1. I think they'd go. I'd be surprised if they go here on 4th and 6.
Just keeping an eye on Corey Marcel down here on the near sideline.
They are gonna run it.
Pitched to Shawcross. He got the edge,
And he-
diving
boy,
forward. He lost
I don't
the
think
football,
he got
but
it. Well, let's see where they spot it. I think
Oh,
he's
man.
spotting him on the 43. He's going to
That
be
spot.
short. On the 43, he's short.
Watch
Let's see.
the judge on the far sideline had him.
And he just took a step back.
with
That's
enough,
a turnover
but
on downs. Yeah,
they
that's
do.
the guy you can't see from the far side of
No.
the field where a guy goes out of bounds.
There's a line judge right here on this near sideline, right on top of the play, and he was all over it.
And they have turned it over. That Carthage defense, stout to start here. They're all over that run. Now they're setting themselves up in great field position. 43-yard line on Indian River's side of the field. Great opportunity here.
Well, pretty much polar opposite of last week's game when Indian River and VVS had both scored, I think, multiple times at this stage of the game. Still no score. Pitched out to the right. That's Alex Mitchell who gets
Nice
around the
cut back.
first and
That's a
then
nice
down.
cut. They had him strung out if he tried to go wide. He cut that back and picked up 5. That was a nice run.
Got down to the 39. So 2nd down and 6 coming up. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first quarter between Carthage and Indian River. Rick right under center.
Oh, fumble.
Picked
Got
it
on
right
it.
back up, though.
Smart
and
move. Don't try to do too much. Pick the ball up, make something positive, and he did.
Yeah,
Got
picked
down
up
close to the first down.
about 4 yards on the carry. Actually, they're going to give him less than that. They say he stepped out of bounds before that diving effort. So 3rd and short, about 3. I thought Rick got closer to the
It
first
looked like it
down
from here
marker,
too,
but-
but we were just saying it a minute ago. From the far side of the field,
Yeah.
you can't tell where they step out. Smart play there. I'm not sure what the original call was, but you get a broken play like that, don't try to do too much. Pick up positive yardage. Live to fight another day.
Rick, the senior quarterback, hands it off.
Oh, he stood up and
Mitchell
he breaks
this
a tackle.
time.
Nice, tough run. Boy, they had him right at the line of scrimmage, and he just wasn't ready to go down.
Looked like he was going to get wrapped up and fought forward through one, able to break it and pick up a first down to the 31.
It's our deepest penetration of the day as we get down under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Down to the 31-yard line. Most of our action's been right here between the 35s.
Rick under center, Sowers behind him. It's handed off to Kilborn. And Kilborn picks up maybe a yard.
Might have scratched the 30-yard line. Just got to it. I haven't seen a lot of action through the air, whether they're holding off or whether they're both just decided they think they can do what they need to do on the ground.
Second down and 9. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Knotted up at no points apiece. Handed off to Kilborn, and he is down close to the 15.
I'm going to tell you, I'm no speedster, but I could have run through that hole. Wow, that opened up.
First down coming up for Carthage inside the red zone.
Right back after him. I like it. Got them on their heels.
Yeah, hurry up. Rick under center. Handed off, Kilborn. Hesitated, went out to the outside, and was brought down.
Tackle. One-on-one tackle there. He had some room.
Aiden Ref with a stop.
Number 32, Kilborn, tackled for a short loss. Tackle on the play by
No gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up. And Carthage look like they're going to elect to let the clock run out on the first quarter here.
Yeah, let your boys catch their breath. Go down the other end. You got a 2nd and 10 deep in Indian River territory. Good first quarter. Boy, those quarters don't take long when 90% of your plays are on the ground and inbounds. That was a quick 12 minutes.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter with our score Indian River 0, Carthage 0.
So the teams will switch sides. It'll be second down and 10 coming up for Carthage inside the red zone. The ball's on the 18 as there's no score between the Comets and Wolves here in Philadelphia, New York. Home of the Indian River Wolves.
Beautiful facility. I got to think if they take a close look at the field, probably going to be a new turf coming soon. I don't know if we're allowed to say Warriors anymore,
No.
but since I'm just reading what's on the field,
Yep.
I
Still
think
says
they're
it
going
on
to
the
need a new
field.
one that says Wolves. But boy, what a great facility, and the track around it. Just fantastic spot here at Indian River.
Yeah, really gorgeous facility all around. It's still in really good shape. It's been here for 10 years or so.
I believe 2013 they put this facility in.
Definitely remember it still being in high school when they did it, so actually it would have been in middle school. Well, I'm trying to date myself there.
It was a little after my day, not to date myself. But
Getting ready for the second quarter here. It's 2nd and 10 for Carthage. Yeah, Indian River jumped.
boy, they also had the end move, and I'm assuming they're going to call that on the defense, but we'll see if they were in the neutral zone when the end on the left for Carthage moved. Yep, calling on the defense. That's a big play. Free 5 on 2nd down. Carthage now with a couple split out wide to the right. You might try that play action, especially with the free 5 yards. They're one-on-one coverage out here. Maybe a little crossing pattern. You're going to get somebody open out in the flat. We'll see.
Rick, handed off. It's Kilborn as he tried to get around that left edge.
Nice tackle again. It's been a tackling clinic here early on. Other than the one run that was broke by Carthage late in the first quarter. Other than that, the tackling has been fantastic by both sides. 3rd and 4. Clearly 4-down territory. I don't know that Carthage has a kicker that's going to knock in the 30-yarder.
Most teams don't.
Not generally.
Not in this part of the country anyway.
They tend to recruit them for the soccer team.
3rd and 4. Eye from Carthage. Handed off to Mitchell, and he is brought down. That's a loss.
Might have gone to the well one too many times there. Now 4th and 7.
Carthage Gary goes for a short loss. Bring up a 4th and medium. First thing on the tackle.
Well, they went to Mitchell, and he was met promptly.
Was it the 14? Looks like they got to get inside the 9, close to the 8-yard line to get a first down. So about 4th and about 6.
Johnny Albuzinet on the tackle for
what,
Indian River.
See what Kaufman sent in here on 4th down. Got 3 receivers out wide now, and he's going to toss it.
Rick out to the right. It's
He's
reeled
got his
in.
man. Got to get forward. There he is. Boy, they dance around. You see that in the college and the pro game, too. They try to dance around, make the big play. and sometimes end up costing themselves the first down. He did the right thing. He took a step, turned upfield, got what he needed for the first down.
So one senior finds another as Rick throws a dart to Greg Rogers. First pass completed in the game with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. And first and goal, first goal-to-goal situation for either team as well. Rick with Kilborn.
Oh, he's going to keep
Rick's
it
going to
himself.
keep it.
He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Just no room in the middle.
Quarterback keeper by number
Yeah, Indian River has geared up to stop the rush, at least in that
In
middle
that
part
middle,
of the field.
yeah. Once they get outside, they've had some success. Almost like they got a little bit more speed on the outside than Indian River has. But trying to keep them honest, you got to run some inside or they're going to know where it's going, and they've just had no room to run inside. So far, we'll see.
Second and goal. Rick, hand it off.
Boy, that is just a tough run. Again, had him at the line of scrimmage and dragged guys for 3 yards, got it inside the 5.
carried by number 32.
Really hard fought. Couple of yards for Jacob Kilborn.
These are both power teams. You watch them up here, it's easy to say, oh, run a little bootleg or run a reverse. They're over pursuing, but when you're having success powering the ball up the middle, keep doing it. Play comes in late, only 10 on the clock. Now down to 6. Shotgun.
Rick kept it again, and he's brought down
close.
short.
It's about
Close to the,
inside the 5, the 4-yard line.
that's about where the ball's spotted.
4th and goal. Big spot here. Indian River defense desperate to keep them out of the end zone. Carthage trying to crack the scoreboard. Let's see what they send in. I got to think they're going to try something that goes wide. They're just clogging up the middle of the field. Got to send somebody outside. Oh,
Whistle
timeout.
here.
Not sure who called it.
Yep, timeout. First of the game
Carthage.
Timeout, Carthage.
for the Comets.
Big spot here. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Clearly, they want to get in the end zone. But if you don't, you're pinning them back deep in their own territory at the 4. Hopefully, you get a good stand out of your defense, who's played well. Get the ball back, hopefully at midfield or better. But obviously, goal number 1 is punch it across the goal line. Crowd's been pretty quiet. They're waiting for something to cheer about here. A lot of red on that far side, I think, would
Sure
love to
is.
scream and holler if they can get this one in.
Sure is. Always well attended. Indian River and Carthage.
I love these rivalry games where the schools are neighboring each other. You know, the game we're going to do later this season is Lowville General Brown.
Yeah.
Again, 2 rivals, but they're cross county lines. They're 40 minutes away from each other. These guys are literally neighbors. Your kids live next door, just
Yeah.
down the road from the guys on the other side of the field. So it's a rivalry, and then you leave the field and your friends. These are the games you talk about 20 years down the road.
8:29 to go in the second quarter. Carthage trying to break into the end zone on 4th down. Rick throws, and it is incomplete.
Oh, I thought it got through the defense. I'm not sure if he got a hand on that or not, but just couldn't come up with it in the corner of the end zone.
Rogers looked like he had it, and then you saw the ball squirm out of his hands and to the turf.
Let's get a peek at that. I'm not sure if the defender got a hand on that ball.
Yeah, it was a great look from Rick. He had time to pass, made a good throw.
I think it got by him, and he just dropped it. I mean, it's not an easy catch.
Trevor Shawcross in coverage. Yeah, he'll feel he did enough.
Yeah. Well, plan B. You've pinned the the Wolves down deep. I will try not to do that again. Pin the Wolves down deep. Let's see if they can hold them and get the ball back, or if Indian River can put a drive together.
Motion behind Wynn. It's pitched, and Raymond got around the left edge, but was brought down pretty quickly. Marcel is furious on the near sideline.
completely different formation there from Indian River. They didn't have it packed in tight like they had in those first 2 series. Spread it out, had some guys on the outside, little space on the line, giving that Carthage defense a little bit different look. It's a good idea after the last drive went 4 and out.
Second down now and about 7.
Now they pack it back in tight.
They go to Shawcross, which breaks up the middle this time. Started to go out towards that right side and
gets them
saw
out of
the
the
gap
shadow.
up the middle. Yeah.
Gets them out of the shadow of their end zone. First down outside the 15. A little more room to operate.
Last week we saw Indian River take a football about 97 yards for a score on one of the drives. So the long field position doesn't bother them too much. This is another gain of close to 6 yards up the middle.
They're starting to get a little push now inside. We'll be down close to 7 minutes here in the second quarter. No score. So far a defensive battle.
Yeah.
Carthage has put a couple drives together. That last one just coming up 4 yards short. Indian River now seems to have found something.
Not exactly what you probably would have expected if you had watched Indian River last week. Scoreless game to this point. It was a quarterback keeper right up the middle. And it's close to first down yardage. Wynn just kept it himself, went right up the gut.
I think he got it, and he did. That's first down.
A little bit of a different look. Wynn will hand that football off to Shawcross, who looks to break out to the right, or Raymond, who loves to run to the left. He took it himself right up the middle for a first down. Wynn, the double reverse handoff, and it's only a couple of yards this time. A little bit different than the
had a little more
50 or 60 yarder we saw for a score last week.
A little more success just with the smash mouth up the middle than the trickery. Carthage is ready for that. Short gain, 3, 2nd and 7.
Six minutes to go in the first half. Shawcross in motion. They pitch it out to him. If he
nice
can get around
move.
the edge.
Well, he had a couple guys there out wide and just snuck in between them. Good smooth run there, and then just enough hesitation to give the linebackers time to get out there to him. Decent gain, 3rd and 4.
They only picked up a couple of yards. Samuel Morgan was blocking in front of Shawcross. I think if he had gotten around that tackle, Morgan would have given him the space to get down that sideline. Wrapped up, though, for just a couple of yards. 3rd down now. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. First half,
whistle
right?
Again. Timeout, Indian River. Must have seen something he didn't like. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary there, so it's not, it's 3rd down play. Had to see something he didn't like. Yeah, I was talking about the track opening here in 2013. I only know that. It's not like I keep that in the back of my head. But I happened to be talking to a friend of mine this week. Some of our viewers might know, Sam Milich, coached Carthage for years. He talked about really when this rivalry took off, in his words. He said it was 2013. They came in here, and Indian River just smoked Carthage, just destroyed them. I think it was when they opened this field. He said 2013. They ended up meeting again in the Dome that year, and Carthage went down 90-yard drive in the Dome in the final seconds, scored, 2-point conversion to win the game. He said that's really when the rivalry took off. I don't know that it's a coincidence that the following year Indian River won the state championship. Smoked everybody. Well, everybody but Carthage. I think the Carthage score that year was 13-6, but Indian River went undefeated that following season and won the state championship.
Just a terrific program with a lot of history.
A lot of success.
And a lot of wins for Coach Marcel and this Indian River team. Right now they're looking for about 5 yards on 3rd down. It's Raymond.
Nothing.
Got about 1.
Another 4th down. I feel like they've got a little something going. They're probably going to go. But the last time they turned it over around the 40-yard line, Carthage took it down. They're lucky they didn't score.
Wynn heads back to the huddle.
I get the feeling we're not going to see a lot of punts tonight.
No. Don't think there's going to be a whole lot of special teams action in this one, other than maybe the onside kick.
Maybe.
Raymond got the edge. Raymond with a first down on 4th and about 3.
That was
picked up about
up,
6.
Blocked up really nice.
Well, they haven't had the huge play yet, but that one was as big as any they've had in terms of just what it means.
Right, not big yardage-wise, but big momentum-wise. Definitely did not want to turn it over to Carthage again right there.
As Raymond was able to get around to the outside and pick up a first down. Raymond in motion. They hand it off, though, up the middle.
Oof. Starting to create a little space. And these extracurriculars after the play, getting to be just about every play now. Somebody's going after the whistle.
A little more of that, pushing and shoving. First carry of the game for Edniel Melendez-Aristude, who went right up the middle. Saw him get into the end zone last week for a 2-point conversion attempt. So he's had success on the ground for this Indian River team so far this season. That's a gain of about 8 for him. 2nd and short coming up.
This is how Indian River's used to operating. 2nd and short, got all kinds of options. They just haven't been able to do it much tonight. They've been behind the sticks.
Pitch to Raymond. Raymond.
Well, I thought he kept that himself. Boy, it's deceptive, and I'm watching the ball.
They disguised the football really well at the line of scrimmage.
Just short. Are they going to move the sticks? Oh, with that spot, I think they got to move it. Oh, I already moved it back, so we'll call it 3rd down.
Still wants it moved even a little bit further. There we go. So 3rd and inches coming up for Indian River with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. All tied at 0 apiece. 3rd and a millimeter, they say. Raymond in motion. Wynn kept it himself. He was dropped, but I think he got enough for a first.
May have gotten 3 millimeters. Just enough, I think.
Again, it's going to depend on the spot.
The chain gang's ready to move, but they haven't given. They put it right back where it was. This is close.
No,
and then they give them the first down.
They're going to move it. First down for Indian River on the quarterback sneak for Tegan Wynn.
Oh, that's a 5-yarder.
False start.
Flag is a false start on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Back him up a touch. 1st and 15 coming up from the 46.
It's a little bigger challenge when you've got a run-heavy offense. You start 5 yards back. And now the clock's starting to become an issue. Only 2:24 to go. They're going to need to break a big one. And that's not going to do it. That's a loss on that play.
Double handoff to Shawcross again. And they were ready. No gain. 2nd down and 15.
We're now going to tick under 2 minutes. Obviously, they're aware of the clock, but I think their plan at this point, as much as they'd love to score, is when that clock goes to 0, the ball's in their possession. Carthage probably, if Indian River has any say, not going to touch the ball before halftime.
Indian River are going to have to call a timeout here.
I think that's their last one. I think they called one early in the first quarter on defense, and there's just 2 on this drive. The scoreboard says they both got 3.
The scoreboard.
No, that's not right.
Scoreboard was not accurate last week either.
I'm
issues with
pretty
the
sure
computer
Indian
that
River,
operates that.
Pretty sure they're out of timeouts.
Zach Zabrisky's got them as having used 3. So the Wolves with none remaining. Ahead of 2nd down and 15. The teams will talk strategy here in a scoreless game from Philadelphia on NBC Watertown High School Football. The grudge match between Carthage and Indian River is presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group, home of the $5 Friday car wash, as well as SRT Chemical Solutions, Restaurant Solutions, restaurant supply store right in Watertown in the Northland Plaza. Clean kitchens, full shelves, better prices.
Just no big plays here from either side. Just feels like something's going to break one way or the other. I think what's our biggest 13-yard gain maybe is our biggest play of the day. Defense is playing well. Obviously these teams and these kids and these programs know each other well. So you'd expect a little struggle on offense. But something's got to break here.
All three running backs out there. They
He's
pitch it to
gonna throw it.
Shawcross, who throws it back to Wynn. Wynn on the catch from Shawcross, and he gets down to about the 40.
Nice play design there.
They're going to give him the 42 before he was brought down out of bounds.
That was worth the use of a timeout.
And a little trickery here from Corey Marcel and Indian River. They like to keep the defense off balance. That's one way to do it.
That'll do it.
Give it to the running back and let him throw the football back to the QB.
If they'd have let that develop a little more, you'd had that defense all flown to the other side of the field. But as it was, nice big gain.
Yeah, close to 8. Another whistle here, and this is another false start.
False start, back him up again. It's been a pretty clean game up to this point.
Yeah, I think
This,
one offside and a couple of false starts against Indian River. That's been it. Really vocal Carthage student section across from us, all the way across the field.
So 2nd and 8 now. We went from 1st and 15 to 2nd and 3. Backed him up to 2nd and 8. Minute and a half to go.
Wynn under center. Melendez Aristide behind him.
of
Raymond
blockers
in
out
motion.
here.
Raymond got around the first. Good block for him, and he's down to the 36.
Clock will stop on the first down, just enough time for him to set it, and then it'll fire up again.
Yeah, Wolves with no timeouts. But a big gain for Raymond.
The clock should be running, I would think.
Is now. Wynn looking to pass, has
he's
a man
got a
down
man.
the field, and it is caught.
Wow.
Touchdown,
Oh, my
Indian
gosh.
River.
Great play design. I don't know how you let a guy get behind you with a minute and a half to go in the half, but great catch. Looked like he bobbled a little bit and reeled it in, but he had a step, and he was able to bring it in.
Mason Mills on the grab. Tegan Wynn with the pass.
They don't throw it often, but when they do, it's successful. That's a fantastic play.
Tremendous
Oh, he got
pass and
behind
catch.
both guys. I don't know how that happens.
Wynn pitched. Raymond on the 2-point conversion is stopped.
No good.
So 6-0 the score.
Those plays become large in a game like this. Defensive struggles.
Take another
teams
look.
trade touchdowns, and eventually
Wynn to Mills.
Boy.
He did. He bobbled that one for a
Fingertip
second
catch.
and corralled it, reeled it into his chest. Was brought down pretty much right at the 1, but able to extend into the end zone before contact with the turf.
wow.
So with a
Well.
minute 17.
There was the big play. It's just a matter of time. Everything was 6-7 yards, 3-4 yards. Just dink and dunk. Finally, something hit.
We're so used to seeing Indian River break those big plays on the ground,
Yeah.
not necessarily through the air. But Wynn with a great find.
You almost have to think Carthage came in with that mindset. We're not going to let them beat
Yeah.
us on the ground. If they beat us over the top, we'll take our chances. But we know what their strengths are. You take away what you do best.
So Indian River to kick it away. They've got 3 guys really that will kick it away at any given time. Shawcross is one of them. It doesn't look like he's the kick guy this time. Maybe he is. He is going to head out there and line up like he's going to kick this one off. Twice last week, Indian River recovered onside kicks in the second half.
When they were trying to come from behind. Wow.
This might be more traditional from Shawcross. It is. And it's down to the 26, 24-yard line where it's
Wow. Nice
returned
hit.
for a couple. Not much on the play.
Whew. Yeah, he didn't even have time to build a head of steam. He was met just inside the 30-yard line at the 29, and that's exactly where the ball's spotted.
Braden Cummings got a couple of yards on the return.
Well, we'll see if Carthage is satisfied to go into the half just down 6, or if they're going to try to put this 112 to use and move it down the field. They got a couple of timeouts.
Can stop the clock twice and have a minute 12 to work with. Ahead of the halftime break, where there will be a marching band performance by Band of the North, I've been told. Handed off by Rick, and the carry up the middle for 3 yards.
Now this next few seconds should tell the story. Yeah, they're going to huddle it up. Looks like they're going to run it a couple times and head it into the half.
Yeah, Kilborn on the carry there.
One more play should do it, and if they want to run it out.
Second down.
Well, they got them spread out wide. Let's see. Maybe
About
that's
7.
Just, try to create some running lanes. We'll see.
In motion. Pitch now out to this near sideline. Looked like Rogers thought about looking downfield maybe there.
Oh, you think he wanted to throw that?
He might have. There wasn't really anybody down the field for him to take a crack at, so might have just elected to run out of bounds and stop the clock at 23 and a half. Lateral was pretty close to being forward, too.
It was.
On that play. Third down now. 3 wide for Rick, and he's just going to knee.
Yep. Might as well don't risk a fumble or a turnover. The other team doesn't have any timeouts. Take a knee, head it to the locker room. Good defensive. They gave up one big play. Unfortunately, that one big play was good for 40 yards and a touchdown.
So Carthage will elect to go into the halftime break down 6 and not risk turning the ball over or making something happen.
Also, I think part of their decision there, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half after deferring the opening kickoff. So, don't take any risks here. Come out, get a plan together, talk about what's working. Come out in the second half, see if you can tie that score up, maybe take the lead.
So, Band of the North getting ready to head out onto the field for a halftime performance. They're making their way up. They've got all sorts of props there already.
Yeah, this should be exciting.
Make a performance.
Keep those cameras rolling.
Leave you on the field for that ahead of halftime. Connor Malone alongside Ron Rockwood here on NBC Watertown.
Yeah, let's watch the bands. We can talk later.
It's been a pretty exciting first half. It's 6-0 the score, with Indian River on top. The one passing touchdown thrown
late in the half
by Wynn, as he found Mills. And Indian River with a slim lead at halftime. They're getting ready to.
Man, this Band of the North's got more equipment than the football team does.
Yeah, they are getting ready to start up here the halftime performance. Down on the field, though, Nate Madison has got coach of Carthage. That's
Kaufman.
Jason Kaufman. And Nate down there on the field. Take it away. So Nate Madison with Coach Kaufman. And now the halftime performance. We'll be right back here on NBC Watertown. Enjoy the show.
The judges are ready. Drum majors, Madeline Morgan and Blaze Campnish. Is your band ready? The band of the North, you may take the field in exhibition. let's hear it one more time for the Band of the North. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a cell phone that was left in the men's bathroom. If you come to the booth and describe the phone, we will return it to you.
His outfit here. Well, I wasn't sure if he talked to the coach. It seems to be. I think he's going to talk to the coach. Oh,
Philadelphia, I guess you never really left, did you, watching a halftime show? Band of the North, they were out there performing.
They did a nice job out there. It was a nice halftime performance. Those kids work hard. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, we got a phone call during the week about the performance, asking if we were going to be showing it. I wasn't even aware that it was happening, so glad we got the call and decided that, yeah, we'll leave it right here and let you listen to it and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure Carthage was thrilled as they were trying to meet down in the end zone. But, you know, hopefully they block everything else out and focus on what the coaches had to say. They got some stuff they can build on. Obviously, they're going to try to get some scoring on the board, but they got to be happy with their defense. They gave up one big play. Unfortunately, went for a touchdown. But other than that, they kept that Indian River running game in check. They did a really nice job. Both teams did. What you'd expect, honestly, from a rivalry game and teams that know each other very well.
Yeah, they both certainly did their homework and were prepared for it. Tremendous defensive effort from both teams.
Yeah, great tackling. You saw a little bit of everything. Inside runs, outside, some quick outside passes, and then that one big play over the top. I got to think there's going to be some explosive plays here from Carthage in the second half.
Yeah.
But Indian River did a nice job keeping them bottled up so far. Long way to go. You know, on offense here, you really better take advantage of your possessions. If I'm not mistaken, there were 5 possessions in that first half. I think Indian River got it twice and got stopped.
Yeah.
Carthage had it twice and got stopped, and then Indian River took it length of the field. I didn't count that last possession where they ended up taking a knee. But other than that, they went that 96 yards, and you had 4 changes of possessions on downs. Not a lot of back and forth. You better take advantage when you have the ball because you're not going to have a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quick first half, really. They kept the ball on the ground for the most part. Both teams really ran the clock down. Neither team got into the end zone with very much frequency.
Yeah, clean and well played, too.
So here at halftime, Nate Madison, before the break, got to talk to Kaufman from Carthage. He's down on the field now with Coach Marcel from Indian River. Nate.
Thanks, Connor. Like Connor just said, I'm here with Coach Marcel. Coach, interesting first half here. What adjustments are you ready to make, and looking forward to seeing how it works out here in the second half?
We just got to stay on our blocks. They're flying to the ball. They're doing a really nice job defensively. We have to, work just a little bit harder, and also know who we're getting. They show us some different fronts than we were ready for. Game 4, we should be ready, but we were not with the young team. So defensively, really happy with their resilience.
All right, appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you, Connor.
Gains have been when they've been able to get to the corner. I don't know. It should be a interesting watch here in the second half. Contrasting styles, but really two tough defenses, two teams that know each other well, and this is shaping up to be a great finish. We'll see.
Yeah, really exciting first half. I know if you're a fan of scoring, you may not think so, but if you're a fan of good football,
yes,
man, that was fun to watch.
Good, clean football, except in offsides and maybe 2 false starts.
Yeah, there was 3 flags, I think, thrown in total in the first half. I think they were all against Indian River.
Hard-nosed, good tackling, good sound fundamentals. 2 well-coached teams playing their heart out here, and they got 24 minutes to settle it.
Getting ready for the second half of Carthage and Indian River. High school football on NBC Watertown is presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group, home of the $5 Friday Car Wash. And tonight's game here on NBC Watertown between Carthage and Indian River, specifically brought to you by SRT Chemical and Restaurant Solutions in the Northland Plaza in Watertown.
Well, Carthage will receive the kickoff here and then take the field on offense. We'll see if we know what we're talking about. If we do see some more plays to the outside for Carthage. And hopefully a little more wide open offense. I'd like to see some scoring too. I'm a hard-nosed football guy just like the next one, but I'd like to see some scoring.
Shawcross will kick it away, we think, for Indian River. Again, they line up sometimes, and the guy that looks like he's going to kick it isn't the guy that does, but Shawcross does this time. He boots it away down all the way inside the 15.
That's a nice deep kickoff.
Reeled in by number 15, Braden Cummings, and he's down close to the 25. I think they're going to give him the 24.
Yep. Good start there. Tried to get around that far corner, but a lot of ground to cover, and the ball's in the air so long. The coverage team had time to get down there. He really didn't have a lot of options. It's an interesting setup that Indian River has. I know you talked about them having a few different guys that'll kick it, but they pinch all their guys to one side, too, over towards the hash. Seems like if you can get to the other side, you're going to have some open space, but they do a nice job covering the kicks. Well, here we go.
Trips to the left for Carson Rick. And Rick looks that way. Quick screen. It's reeled in. And trying to fight back towards the middle was Rogers. Rogers nearly came up with that one in the end zone. It slipped through his hands and fell incomplete. Otherwise, Carthage might have gotten on the scoreboard first. This one picks up about a yard.
That's good coverage out there. They had a couple blockers with the trip receivers to this side and just nowhere to go.
Second down and 9 now coming up. Motion behind Rick. It's handed off.
Now he's going to, he got through the line and then tried to get to the outside. Nice, decent gain there of about 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, we've seen Kilborn try to work towards the outside edge, especially on that right side. Just like I was mentioning about Indian River, waiting for him to break a big one.
Yeah.
3rd down now.
And they put their trips out to the right. This left side's wide open.
Handed off, though, up the middle. And not much on the play.
Yeah, we might see our first punt of the night. Quick 3 and out.
So 4th down now.
Oh, maybe they aren't going to punt.
They'll look for a second like they might, but Rick is going to throw.
Wow, it's open
Indian
in
River
the
was
seam.
not ready for it.
Well, set up play there. He had all day. Nobody near him.
Rick to Mitchell, and it's a 1st down. I don't think Indian River was prepared.
When they lined up there in the shotgun, nobody came up closer to the line of scrimmage. The punt returner was still back there. I think even when they did that, they were expecting a pooch kick. Well, maybe that'll get something kick-started here for the Comets.
1st and 10 now. Rick handed off. Mitchell on the carry this time, and he fights forward for 3 yards.
He does not go down on that first contact. Tough runner.
Carthage carry goes for a short gain. Bring it to 2nd down.
2nd down now and 7. 9:15 to go, quarter number 3. Indian River with a lead by a score, 6-0.
Boy, one-on-one here out on an island.
Kilborn rolled out to the left. Handed off, though, to Mitchell, and Mitchell stopped after a couple of yards. Whole host of Wolves in on the tackle.
That Indian River defense just challenging them to run up the middle.
Give most of the credit to Krieg and Shawcross there on the stop. Really was 4 or 5 of them in there. Swallowed up Mitchell to make the tackle.
He gets by that first bunch there, and you think they've got space, and then they just swallow him up.
3rd down now and about 5. Mitchell in motion out to the right. Rick looking over the
Screen.
middle, and
Had
it's
to be
incomplete.
I think he threw it to the wrong guy. He threw it right over 2 linemen, hit the 3rd one in the backside.
Right off the back of Grayson St. Laurent.
Carthage pass attempt is incomplete.
Now, you see 3 linemen all break through at the same time. That is clearly a screen. They're letting them by. And they had it set up, had all kinds of blockers. He just threw it to the wrong jersey.
So now 4th down and 5.
I think they'll cover this one.
And now Rick will drop back like as if to punt. And there's nobody deep for Indian River. He is going to punt it. Good punt from Carson Rick.
Looking for a good bounce.
Yeah, pretty much straight up. And then,
there it is.
well, ended up
Ends up inside the 25 eventually.
down at the 24.
So the trick play doesn't pan out for him. Got him some extra yardage, but ultimately had to punt it away. Indian River now with a chance they can put a drive together, make it a couple score game. At this point, that looks pretty tantalizing. Carthage unable to get back down after that one drive inside the 5.
Colton Fox down the punt there from Rick. And now Indian River will take over. 1st and 10 coming up for them on the 24. Tegan Wynn under center. Raymond in motion. It's handed off, though, up the middle.
Oof, just
That's
tough run right up the middle for 7 or 8. Might have got 8 out of that.
really impressive carry.
And a late
flag on the
flag.
Carthage sideline.
Got to think that late, something unsportsmanlike.
We'll see. Actually thrown
It's too late
pretty
for
close
a face
to.
mask, I would
Yeah,
think.
it was pretty close to where the stop was made. See if we get signal here.
Dead ball, personal
Yeah,
foul.
personal foul against the defense.
That, we just got done talking about what a clean game it was, and
You did mention a couple of times where you had noticed the little extracurriculars going
Yeah.
on after plays, and
again, something else you expect to see in a rivalry game.
100%.
But boy, you put your team in a bad spot. You got to keep your head. Team as explosive as Indian River. You've been holding them down. The last thing you want to do is hand them 15 yards.
Tack it on to a gain of 8. And the Wolves down to the 46. Hand it off. 3 on the carry up the middle.
Boy,
That was Melendez Aristude.
they're right down here in front of us now, and that line of scrimmage just looks different than it did in the first half. Indian River now is getting some push. They're not getting touched till they're 2-3 yards into the play. You didn't see that in the first half.
Indian River has worn them down a little here. 2nd and 7. Raymond in motion. Handed off, though, up the middle. Melendez Aristude, and he might have picked up a first. It's pretty close.
They're getting 5, 6, 7 yards a run now. Just creating some seams. I think you're right, wearing them down a little bit. You can see the difference compared to what we saw in the first, early in the second quarter, where the push, if anything, was Carthage going into the backfield, and now it's completely the other direction.
They do move the chains. 1st and 10, Indian River. Ball on the 44 now. Shawcross in motion. Again, they go right up the middle. It's Melendez Aristude, and that's another first down for Indian River.
Carthage defense better find something here, because they're making a habit of moving those chains every play or two.
So Melendez Aristude right up the gut. Number 22 there on the handoff from 2. Win.
Why would you do anything else? It's working.
Yeah.
Run the same thing again until they show you they can stop it.
Colton Fox made the tackle. Number 2 for Carthage. Win might have kept that one around to the outside. Diving forward for maybe 3.
Number 2, Win calls his own number. Picks up 2 on the carry. 2nd down.
Now 2nd down and about 8 coming up for the Wolves, who lead by 6 with 6:12 remaining in quarter number 3. Win pitched. Shawcross got the block from Win, and then another trying to get around the outside edge. Breaks the first tackle. Shawcross lowers the helmet.
He delivered the blow on the last one. Broke 2 or 3 tackles to get there, and he wasn't going to take the shot. He delivered it.
Dropped the shoulder on
tough
Jace
run.
Watson.
Well, you
Shawcross.
spotted. This is not a huge gain, but that was a big loss without right there that block from the quarterback. He took a shot for it.
Picks up 5 or 6
Shawcross delivered one at the end of the play.
by his quarterback, number 2, Keegan Win.
That's running strong. Run behind your shoulder pads.
3rd down now. Watch Melendez Aristude in the middle. Raymond in motion. They go to Melendez Aristude right up the gut, and he is just going to power his way forward, depending on the spot.
I don't think
Yeah,
he got
about
it.
a
He had
yard
to get
short.
across the 25, and I don't think he got to the 25.
Number 22, Melendez Aristude with another carry.
Is that now 4th down?
4th down and
Big play
yard and
here
a half.
for Carthage. I think they need to get off the field. They've been pushed around here though this last 6, 7 plays.
This would be a big stop. Shawcross on the carry. He got it
And then
down
some.
over the 20.
Number 7.
Well, they haven't had a big play yet, but to this point, they haven't needed it. Shawcross, the latest rush, as they just keep picking up
You can put
4 or
5,
5
6
at a time.
You can put 5, 6, 7 yards together every play. You don't need a big one. Those little ones add up pretty fast.
Raymond in motion. They go Melendez-Aristude. No win. Kept it out to the left side. He's done that a couple of times now. A little bit of an option, and he just elects to pull that handoff back and take it himself around the left edge. This time it's good for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. 4:54 remaining. Quarter number 3. Wind starting to pick up here a little bit in Philadelphia. Pretty exposed up on top of the press box.
That's an understatement. It's a little chilly up here. Right
And
up
up the middle,
again.
Melendez-Aristude, 3 or 4 yards on the carry.
Kind of gotten away from those negative plays.
Yeah.
Carthage made several tackles in the backfield early in the first half, and you don't see that now. You don't even see the penetration.
Third down. And another hard carry right up the middle, but
I think he's going to be about a yard short, maybe 2 yards.
that spot on the far sideline is going to be about a yard short after the carry for Shawcross.
Carthage got to find a way to get some penetration here and get a hand on somebody in the backfield. 4th and 2.
Fourth and short. Melendez-Aristude and Raymond in the eye. Win. Kept it himself. No, he pitched
Ball's
it.
on the ground.
Loose.
Ball's on the ground. Get on it.
Carthage.
Oh, huge play.
Either way, Carthage is going to end up with a football. I think Indian River might have fallen on it, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Change of possession. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Carthage.
They ran this play a couple of times in this sequence where Wynn fakes the handoff to Melendez-Aristude, takes it himself. This time he tried to pitch it to Raymond, and the pitch was behind him. Raymond slipped and fell.
I'm not convinced
Not
he was
sure.
intending to pitch that, except he realized he was stuck and trying to make a play. Well, can Carthage take advantage?
They take over on downs, and immediately they go to the ground.
Boy, he's still chugging.
Stumbling over the 20. Jacob Kilborn on the carry. No, that was Mitchell for Carthage, Alex Mitchell. Those two guys have split the backfield duties for the Comets.
That's about as tough a 3-yard run as you're going to see. Just refusing to go down.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still just a 6-point game. Both defenses have come up with the stops when they've needed them most. Just that one play over the top from Wynn to Mills, the difference. Rick looking to pass. He rolls out to the right, has
he's
a man
got a
down
guy.
the field, and that is...
Did he get it? Did he come down with it? He did. By the reaction of that Carthage sideline, I think he caught it. And
Reeled
he did.
in on the sideline. What a catch from Greg Rogers.
And a beautiful touch pass right on the sideline. Honestly, it's a very similar pass to the touchdown Indian River had. Just
Rick to Rogers. This is a terrific pass and catch, and they're going to go quick. Rick handed off. That's Mitchell on the
Look at
carry.
this. Look at
Breaks
this. He's
one.
got room.
Mitchell up the middle.
still running. Look at this. Power. Carthage got a little something working now. Keep your head about you. Don't be getting any penalties here.
Big tackle made by Alexander Baroa, who needed to.
Right back after him.
Otherwise, Mitchell was going to be home free. They go quick. Mitchell this time is met after just a couple of yards. Big carry up the middle for Alex Mitchell.
But it's be a great spot for a little misdirection. Have an end come around.
This is the play. Mitchell went up the middle. Watch him break one right there and then turn on the Jets. Got around the diving effort from Reagan Ross. And Alexander Baroa was there. Fortunately for Indian River, otherwise this might have been a tie game. 2nd and 8. Rick handed off to Mitchell. He tries to spin around, but
Boy, might want to mix it up a little bit. That same play, time after time.
less successful this time. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Carthage. A minute 20 to go in the third.
Really got to take advantage of this momentum they've had. Popped a couple of plays.
Yeah, the end of the quarter would actually be a bad thing for Carthage here. It would slow them down. Indian River looks...
Got the Wolves on their heels here. Let's see, now they're going to go to the air.
Rick has
coming
time,
across.
Throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Well, Rick had Countryman over the middle.
They let him play because they could have tossed a hanky on that one. Looked like he got him a little early across the back, but had every opportunity to make the catch, couldn't bring it in. Now 4th down. I feel like they got to go to the air again, try to get somebody open.
This would be a big stop for Indian River. All of a sudden, it's 4th down. 1:01 on the clock in the third quarter.
Let's see what they come up with. 3 receivers to the short side.
Whistle here before the snap.
Timeout from somebody?
Yeah, don't see any flags. It is. Timeout,
Timeout
called
Carthage.
by Carthage.
Timeout, Carthage.
I think they probably sense it's a big spot in the game. They haven't had a ton of success since that one drive. Kind of like to take advantage here while you've got it down deep in New River territory. Just under a minute to go in the third quarter. If you've got a play you really like, now's the time to bring it out. Show them something they haven't seen yet.
I think that might be the strategy behind this timeout for Jason Kaufman. It gives them an opportunity to draw something up ahead of 4th down and 8. On the other side of the football, Corey Marcel and the Indian River staff, more of the same. They've shut out Carthage so far. Last time we saw these two teams on this field, it was a shutout. A little bit different circumstances. Game that ended 60-0. In a sectional semi, that was quarterfinal. That was something. After these two teams played a barn burner in Carthage earlier in the year.
Right. Well, here we go. They're going to stick with that same formation. Trips to the right.
Kilborn is the man in the backfield with Rick. He rolls out to the left. Rick's going to step up, and
he's
Carson
got it.
Rick has got the first down.
Just barely. He ran right to the stick. I think he got by it. I don't see anybody spotting it yet, but looked like he got inside the 20. There they go. They spotted it right on the 20, and that should be good for a first down.
That is really heads-up football from the senior quarterback, Carson Rick. Watch him step back to pass, realize there was nobody downfield.
They haven't moved the chains yet. I'm not sure what they're trying to figure out. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looked like he had clearly.
I thought he got inside
got
the
the
20,
line
but
of-
regardless, the first down's what's important. Fresh
20.
set of downs for the Comets.
That's a big play from Carson Rick to pick up the first on 4th and long. Fakes the handoff, kept it himself, and he was brought down. Shawcross got a pretty good shove in there on Grady Wagner after the play. Right at the conclusion of the play.
Quarterback number 10, Rick, is sacked on the play by number 56.
30 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Second down and about 12 after the sack.
I think they feel like they have a little more success when they spread them out a little bit. Put some receivers out to the side, and that defense is just packing up the middle. Instead, they do just the opposite. Shows what I know.
Mitchell in the backfield with Rick. Rick rolls out to his right. He's under pressure. He's just got to throw it away.
He's lucky he got that one away. 2 guys in his face.
They rolled out to the right, and nobody was blocking on that right-hand side of the Carthage offensive line. 4.1 remaining in the third quarter after the incompletion on 2nd and 12.
3rd and 12. What are they? They got to go trips to one side again, I would think. There we go. Trips out to the right.
That's been the formation they've run when they've looked to pass the football.
Last time they ran the wheel route over here with the back. Oh, they're across the
Over
middle.
the middle, it's
Oh!
overthrown.
He had a look there, and that one was not even close.
Countryman again over the middle.
Carthage pass attempt is incomplete.
Rick
4th and 12.
can't find him. Now 4th down and 12, and
Will take us to the 4th
the end of the third quarter.
score.
Well, they save a timeout. They got a little time to talk about it here as we switch ends. We should get a good look at it here when they run 4th and 12. Big understatement here. Big play in the game.
Yeah, huge.
Not sure how many more opportunities Carthage is going to get. Indian River seems to be taking over a little bit on offense with that running game. Carthage really needs to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, you feel like the defense has certainly done their job for the Comets, holding Indian River to just 6 through 3 quarters of play. Unfortunately, for the Comets, the Indian River defense has one-upped them. 6-0 the score.
Now you look at 3 quarters of action here, dominated by the running games. About 80-90% of the plays, and yet the passing plays have been the difference. Carthage had one dropped in the end zone on 4th down, and Indian River gets one big long play over the top. Those 2 pass plays are really the difference in the game. Indian River able to connect, Carthage unable to connect. Other than that, it's been a lot of run, a lot of tough defense. 2 pass plays are the difference.
Fourth down and 12. Start of the 4th quarter. High school football on NBC Watertown. Rick looking to pass. He has a man in the end zone.
And we got a flag, too. But did he come down with that? He did! Touchdown! What a phenomenal catch. No spike, walk up, toss the ball to the official. There's a little celebration. I'm interested to see what that flag is. That flag was right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, the flag was thrown before the pass was even made. You wonder
holding on the
if
defense.
There's contact
declined
in the end zone.
Touchdown. They called a holding play or holding penalty
Defensive
on the play.
holding.
And now here we go. 6-6.
See if we get a look at it on our replay here.
They threw it so early.
Rick heaved it, and that flag was out.
God, that's a great catch.
Not even close to the play. It was a defensive holding that had no impact.
Well, the way these defenses have played today, Connor, this play could very well decide the game if Carthage can put this in.
Absolutely. Whistle here. Timeout called by Carthage ahead of the 2-point conversion.
And I think that's their second timeout. So to put yourself behind the 8 ball with timeouts, you've got to understand the importance of this play.
Yeah.
The game literally could be on this play if you can put this one in.
Coach Kaufman, I think, understanding the magnitude of the situation just like you did.
Yeah.
It really
It
could
literally
determine
could
the
be this
game
play.
right now, despite there being an entire quarter left, purely based on both teams' defensive prowess this evening.
You know, we don't talk about it a lot, but the value of a kicker, if you've got a kicker that can just make an extra point, if you never line him up for a field goal all season, right here, this extra point could very well be the difference in the game. You got, I'm going to say, 80% of your schools in the North Country don't have a kicker at all.
Yeah.
They don't even give a thought to trying an extra point. They figure we'll go for 2. If we get every other one, we're at the same spot we would be with extra points. But in a game like this, I think Coach Kaufman would be thrilled right now to go home a 7-6 winner. Let's see what they draw up.
Saw that come back to haunt Beaver River earlier this year.
Yes.
When they failed several times to convert.
And lost by 2.
Carthage here. Handed off. And that's going to be short. No good on the handoff to Jacob Kilborn. And the game will stay tied at 6. So Carthage do get into the end zone for 6.
Take one more look at that play. Boy,
on
that
the
was a
2-point conversion
phenomenal
attempt.
catch
Yeah,
over the shoulder.
This throw from Rick. And that is some grab.
Ball was
by
perfectly
Nathan
placed
Countryman.
where only his guy could get it, and his guy went up and got it.
The flag there was a defensive holding, which was declined. And we're tied at 6.
Well, we got 1 quarter of football left. Let's see who wants it. Indian River had all kinds of momentum and then lost it on that 4th down play. See if they can get back on the field and take over with that running game again. They were certainly making a lot more headway than they did in the first 2 quarters. Haven't seen a ton of kickoffs, so I hate to, prop up the coverage teams, but really very little on the kick returns. They've kicked it deep And their coverage teams have been done a phenomenal job getting down there and covering the kicks.
Yeah, both teams. Looks like Raymond and Coles, the deep men for Indian River. And Franklin Hilton, the fourth, will kick it away. Toe poke from Hilton, rolls down, picked up at about the 18.
Gonna try to get around the sub, but that looked like a holding. Nice tackle inside the 25.
It was Coles on the return.
And there's a late flag
Another
again.
flag.
Very
Well after
late.
the play. Well after the play.
Boy, it got quiet in a hurry.
Yeah.
You don't want to be giving up 15 yards here. But when it's that late, it has to be a dead ball, which is generally a 15-yard penalty. Let's see.
Officials down there at the 35. Talking it over.
Dead
Here's the
ball
call.
Against Indian River.
The flag is a personal foul against Indian River. It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Wow.
That area of the field that late in the play almost has to be something said.
Yeah. PA announcer said personal foul. I couldn't tell what signal he gave, but 15 yards, and that must have been from the spot. Boy, they're down inside the 10. Carthage with an opportunity here if they can get them a 3 and out. I don't know that they'd want to go for it on 4th down inside their own 20. So a couple big plays here. Get a stop on 1st down. Indian River's going to have to think about what kind of play call they want to run.
Carthage certainly with the momentum here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the math was a
And
little off.
recorrect the spot, yep.
Thought they were a couple yards further than they were supposed to be.
Well, I'm almost never going to try to correct somebody on their math. 1st and 10. Shawcross in motion. Here's Raymond on the carry. He tried to go up the middle, and
Where to
tackle was
go.
made by Countryman, who just got into the end zone.
Crowd's into it now. We'll give him a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Carry picks up a yard, 2nd down.
Still haven't
Sticking.
seen that big
That big
60,
explosive
70-yard play from Indian River. Just wonder if they've got one more in their
I
back
hear you.
pocket.
Feel
here.
like something's going to pop, but Carthage has been there every time.
Win under center. Again, Carthage swallows up the run.
And I saw a late flag,
Yeah.
I think. That's in the area holding, but we'll see.
Carry by number 8.
I don't.
Yeah, Raymond on the carry. He's actually holding that right arm, heading off, or that right rib area, headed off to the sideline.
There is a penalty on. I didn't see the signal. I was watching him come off holding his arm, but that is a penalty on Indian River. That's going to probably back them up. Although you got 3rd and long, but they are going to back them up.
Illegal block against Indian River.
Half the distance to the goal, 2nd and 14. Indian River heading the wrong direction.
Little confusion here on the near sideline as Raymond,
Well, they're just getting to the huddle. They got 8 seconds.
and Wynn were both over here. I think Raymond wanted to come off. Marcel looked like he was
3,
going to make a change, but
2,
didn't.
1.
And
Clock.
yeah,
Timeout.
whistle.
Yeah, he didn't want to call it, but
Forced into it. Corey Marcel, first of the half for Indian River.
kind of forced himself into it. They took way too much time getting
Yeah.
the play in. Indian River got to kind of pull it together here. They had a score to tie the game, held off the 2-point conversion, and then a penalty. Another penalty's got them back deep in their own territory. They better find a way to get a couple of 1st downs here. I don't think you want to give the ball right back to Carthage with the momentum they had moving the ball. We saw all defense here for 2.5 quarters. Now the offenses are starting to show a little something.
10:35 remaining. That's in regulation.
You want to refresh us on high school overtime rules? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. Do they run it like college?
I would love to
Each get a
refresh you,
possession?
Ron.
You're not sure
If
either?
I knew. We've been doing this now for 3 years, and I've never seen an overtime
I haven't
game.
called a high school overtime game. I love the college system. They each get a possession from the 25.
I believe it operates the same way. Quick
Tried to throw it back
screen
to
is
him
reeled
again.
in.
Boy, they fell for that again. He's got space on the sideline.
Win down over the 40.
I think he stopped. He stepped out around the 30, I think, but still,
they do
huge gain.
Mark him down at the 30.
Wow, right back to the well with the play they went to before, and it works twice.
Well, the chain gang went all the way down to the 40. They thought he was down there as well. They mark him at the 30. See if you can
They just put it in
pick
reverse.
out where he stepped out. It's hard to tell
yeah.
on the replay there with the Indian River sideline kind of blocking your view.
Yeah,
But
I thought I saw the official point at one point as he was running behind the play.
that's where they mark him.
That's a big play
29.
for Indian River. Not a humongous gain, but gets them out of a hole. They can set up their offense again.
This is another handoff. Close to 5 on the carry. And it was Melendez Aristide up the middle. They step to the line quick. One wide out right. Shawcross in motion. Here he is. He was met in the
broke a
backfield.
tackle.
Broke one, picked up. A lot of contact there
Very
after the
close
whistle
to the
had gone,
first.
but
He might have been just shy, but
yeah,
he's
that,
close.
That spot
Number 7, Shawcross with the carry.
gives him
Picks up a couple.
forward progress down close to the 10. Zach Zabriskie, the technical director, in our ear telling us that high school rules operate like college, except they start at the 10. Both teams with a possession in OT.
I like it. That'd be fun with the way these two squads have been running the ball and playing good defense. That would be
Indian
fun
River
to watch.
Had an overtime game last year in sectionals. Might have been the semis. They're going to have a measurement here.
Well, we're a long ways to go here, 9.5 minutes. But certainly looks like overtime is a pretty strong possibility.
And
He's short.
Shawcross short. Out a foot.
On third down, I got to think he might have actually liked that. That opens up the playbook here. You can just about do anything. Knowing on fourth down, they don't really have the tush push that the Eagles do, but they got to think they feel pretty confident they can gain a yard anytime they want it.
Yeah.
So if you know that, to me, you use third down to try something.
Now Wynn calls everybody back from the line. They've got 15 on the play clock as they step.
Well, they just pounded up the middle.
If that wasn't the tush push, it was pretty close.
Number 2, Tegan Wynn with the quarterback keeper.
First down,
Picks up the
Indian
first
River.
down for the Wolves.
Carthage got a little demoralized. They had them backed up, pinned deep, and that halfback pass to the quarterback has gotten them twice tonight.
Oh, quick pass out to the near side. That was Wynn who reeled it in.
How did he get out here by himself?
Shawcross lined up under center and threw a quick pass out to Wynn. So Wynn, the quarterback, the leading receiver.
I was just
for
going to
Indian
say
River.
that. Man, he's a weapon on the outside.
Second and short now. Wynn pitched. Raymond picks up the first down. He's still going as he's down over the 40.
Wow.
Raymond close to the 35. They still haven't whistled. There it is.
Jeez, that's just a healthy dose of want to right there. My gosh. 10 yards, the last 10 yards of that play, he had a guy on each side of him trying to drag him down.
Raymond was met on the Indian River side of the 45 and made it all the way down to the 36. It's about 10 yards after contact. First and 10.
Time to stiffen up here
for the Comets.
Raymond in motion. They go Melendez-Aristide up the middle, and it's another first down
And
as he's
again,
inside the
just
20.
running through tackles now. Boy.
Power up the middle. Edniel Melendez-Aristide. First down for Indian River as they go right up the gut on the handoff play.
Yeah, those holes are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And those runners are not going down on first contact or second contact.
First and 10 inside the red zone. 8 minutes to go. Game is tied at 6. Win. Handed off. Melendez-Aristide.
Yeah,
He's dropped pretty quickly this time. Couple
better
yards.
defensive play, gain of 2.
Melendez-Aristide with another carry, picks up short gain, second down.
Can they put 4 defensive plays together in a row? Indian River really has found a way to get their running game going. Other than that one halfback pass. Well, I guess they did flip that other one out to Wynn. You better be careful when Wynn gets on the outside.
He's under center here, and he hands it off to Ariel Raymond. Raymond. And that football might have been loose.
I think it was loose, and Carthage thinks they have it.
We saw Raymond fumble a couple of times last week. He might have fumbled here. They're trying to separate him at the bottom of that pile. And
they've got it. Carthage has come up with another turnover.
That
wow. That's huge.
is massive for Carthage. You saw him separating the pile. It looked like Raymond had lost that football. Marcel's arguing that he was
furious.
down. He thinks Ariel Raymond was down by contact before the football came loose.
Yeah, I don't know how you would call that.
Tegan Wynn thinks so too.
He certainly can't call it at this point. They're in a massive. That's the downside of dragging tacklers with you, which they've been doing this entire drive. There's no way they can go back now and call him down by contact.
I mean, the
argument
is either down by contact or forward progress. Well, the problem was I don't think there was a whistle.
Are they giving them the ball back?
They might have changed this call. Take a look at the replay
here. How
can
you change that call?
Raymond is there. That football
is
out.
There's no question about it. He was still upright when the ball was on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, he's there.
How can they change that
call?
call?
Loose. And Raymond. Yeah,
I don't know how you can possibly make
Raymond
that call
is sitting
because
on
somebody's
top
arguing. They can't reverse
Raymond
that call.
is sitting on top of Connor Hickey when that football came loose.
There's
I mean,
no
he's
way
down there.
They can reverse that call because somebody yelled loud.
The problem is the football is loose, and Carthage had come up with it.
In order to call him down by contact, somebody had to see him down. They certainly didn't stop his forward progress. There was no whistle.
Well, there wasn't a whistle.
And they couldn't have seen him on the ground because we just watched the replay twice. He was not on the ground. There's no way they can reverse that call.
Yeah, conversation down there between the two officials.
What can you be talking about? Nobody saw him hit the ground, and Carthage came up with the ball. What can you be possibly talking about?
Now they're giving it back to Carthage.
They have to. I mean,
Which
I'm
is
not
the right
trying to
decision.
take sides. You have to.
Yeah, it's
That's
the right
call on
move.
the field, and there's nothing you've seen that can change the call. And they didn't ask us for a replay. I'd be glad to show it to them.
I'm not sure exactly how the logistics would work at getting it down to him, but we had a pretty good look at it from up here.
All right, well, Carthage got their opportunity. Let's see what they can do with it.
Rick handed off, and Indian River swallows that up. A loss on the play as Mitchell was brought down in the backfield, a couple of yards.
Yeah, the Indian River defense has got a fire under them right now. They want to get the ball back for their offense. That's playing complementary football. They got what they felt was a bad call. It wasn't, but they feel it was. And they're out there trying to get that ball back to their offense, thinking give them one more shot, they're going to punch it in.
So Raymond fumbles again. Saw him fumble, I think, twice last week. One of them got called back. Similar situation. Rick rolls out to the left.
Oh, he's got a man
throws,
by
it's
himself.
caught.
One man to beat on the outside. He
Reeled
gets
in
by
by
him.
Sauer.
Oh, he
The
fumbled!
football's loose!
He fumbled! Oh, they gave it right back to him. Oh, he had the guy beat, and he just reached out and yanked the ball out of his arm. Unbelievable defensive play. Wow. Wow.
Well, Rick found
That's
Sauer.
a great defensive play. Watch this. He made a move, and he just reached out and grabbed the ball. He was already by him.
Stripped out.
Wow, fantastic defensive play.
And guess who it was, Ron? Ariel Raymond, who had just fumbled the football, forces one on the defensive side for Indian River.
Good for that young man. Atones for his
They
mistake.
get it
Good for
back.
him.
Wow.
What a fantastic effort. He was beat. All right, Indian River. The defense did their job and got them the ball back. Let's see if the offense can finish the job.
Carried right up the
Not
middle.
on that one.
There wasn't a whistle for quite a while there. They give Melendez Aristute about a yard. 2nd and 9.
Well, we sat watching ground and pound for the
Jeez.
first couple of hours, and we've got a pile of excitement here in the last 10 minutes.
Still a touchdown apiece. 5:45 to go. Win to the huddle with 12 seconds now on the play clock. They step to the line with 10. Raymond in motion. He gets the
pitch out
pitch. Ariel
wide.
Raymond breaks one, powers through, and then is brought down.
Just short. Going to be 3rd and 1 from the 4.
Last effort tackle from Christopher Stevens, who lost his helmet and has to come off.
Boy, honestly, they're lucky to get that tackle, get him on the ground. Get him ahead of steam like that with a pitch out wide. That's a tough young man to bring down. As we tick under 5 minutes to go.
They already forced one fumble. Fortunately for Carthage, they gave it right back.
What a sequence that was.
3rd and short, Win. Pitch to Shawcross, Shawcross.
I see a flag.
There is a flag on the near sideline. Shawcross thought he was into the end zone.
That flag was
Line
well
judge
before
has
that.
him short.
We got an injured player
There
on
is
the
a
field
player
too?
down for Carthage as well. Chaos
wonder-
here with 4:43
I
to
wonder
go.
if there was some kind of chop block. That's the same side of the field that the flag was thrown on. Yep, there it is, chop block.
Player down is Liam Kerr. And he's getting some assistance.
Boy, I hope the young man's okay.
Yeah, it looks to be that right leg that they're
Hopefully
attending
he's
to.
okay. And on the back side of that, you're going to back Indian River up. They had a 3rd and 1 really down close to the goal line, down inside the 5 anyway. And now, I believe that's a 15-yarder. That's going to put them out close to the 20.
Correction on that, not Kerr. 63, not 53. Franklin Hilton, the 4th, the kicker.
That flag came out almost exactly where he went down. You had to figure it was the two were connected. I hope he's okay.
Not putting any weight on that right foot as he heads off to the Carthage sideline.
Not sure how the ball ends up on the 12. It was an 8-yard penalty. They were on the 4. Chop block's a 15-yard penalty, and they moved him back 8 yards. Huh? Carthage is okay with it. Who am I to complain?
Whistle. Timeout, Indian River. Who are you to complain? You're Ron Rockwood,
That carries about as much weight
my
As a-
color commentator.
50-cent cup of coffee.
Sometimes the 50-cent cup is the best.
Well, let's see. Every time they call this timeout before a big play, they've gone to that halfback pass back to Win. Are they going to call it again for a 3rd time?
We've had some success with it. They also lined him up out here wide by himself and let Shawcross just receive the snap before he threw him a pass. I have to figure they would look to get Shawcross or Raymond involved more. Those two guys have been stymied by Carthage.
Yeah. But they're running with a purpose now.
So unusual to see both of them
Kept in check.
held out of the end zone, and they both have been so far. 3rd and long. They did march him back.
Moved him back a little
bit further.
That looks better.
Raymond in motion. They pitch it to him. Ariel Raymond got around 1, dives forward over
Down to
the 10.
4th and about 7. 6 or 7.
Raymond gets the ball back down inside the 10-yard line.
What do they go with here? They got 1 timeout left. Are they going to burn it, or they got a play ready to go?
Said it last week. Textbook Corey Marcel is that double handoff. They've tried it a couple of times tonight, and it hasn't worked.
Go to the well again.
They haven't done it in quite a while.
Enormous play in this game.
Shawcross
He might
rolls
throw
out
it.
to
He
the
might
right.
throw
He's
it.
looking that way. Shawcross does throw it. It's caught.
Oh, he
Touchdown,
tosses a
Indian
touchdown
River.
pass.
There's
Is there
a flag
there is
down
a
at
flag.
the 10. That's in the
Lot of guys
neighborhood of
rolling.
offensive holding. Take another look. As Shawcross goes out, that could be a hold right there.
Right
on number
there
8
on the
in the middle of the
outside.
field, and then there's another one on the outside
Absolutely.
by Melendez Aristude
Yeah, that's
on Xavier Ingram.
The hometown's not going to like it, but that's, if they could see the replay, no question.
So Melendez Aristude called for the hold on Ingram. And the touchdown for Indian River negated. Shawcross, again, showing off the
Just
arm a
such
little bit.
Strange game. So you've got your leading receiver, 4 catches as your quarterback, and almost the go-ahead touchdown thrown by your running back.
By the all-time leading rusher in school history, and he's throwing the football.
He'd been saving that play for the right spot in the game, called it, and it worked, and they get it pulled back for a holding call. Well, here we go. Another big 4th down. 4th and about 16. They got to get down to about the 3.
Raymond lines up out to the left. We saw him catch one last week. Win, throws it into the end zone.
Not
Raymond
even
wants
close.
the
And a
flag.
flag.
They got it.
Oh, my. I don't
Raymond
know. That might
wanted
be on the
flag
offense.
for pass interference.
That's not a catchable ball. Well, let's
Didn't
see.
look like it.
I'm not going to give my opinion. Let's just let him sort it out. I give my opinion way too often.
It's kind of your job, Ron.
Well,
It is pass
on
interference.
the defense. Oh, my gosh. That ball wasn't within 10 yards of the receiver. And that's not my opinion. That was a fact.
The
Oh,
argument,
my
I think, is
gosh.
going to be that Raymond didn't get there because of the pass interference, but he gave up on it as well. So, pass interference against Carthage on 4th down and long. The Win tried to air it out. And now it sets up 4th down and 2. Marcel out onto the field, down close to the
Yeah, I think they're questioning the mark
19.
off. And I would have said half the distance to the goal and automatic 1st down, but. Now they're backing it up. Looks like half the distance to the
May do
goal.
that.
And 1st down. All right, somebody's telling the refs the rules of the game. Does that still say 4th
It
down?
does still say 4th down.
I think they got the yardage right, but I think
Now Marcel,
it's going to also explain the rules to them.
wanted an explanation. He was making an exclamation.
Well, again, I'm not
What
going
a
to give
call.
my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll let them sort this out, but I would think this is a pretty standard definition. Well, the officials are going to conference and decide what to do. I guess we're going to go with 4th down. All right. Home crowd's not happy.
And they're certainly
Here we
vocal.
go.
4th and 9. Raymond
Back
wins
to
back
pass.
to pass.
He's
He
hit.
has 2 men.
And
It's
he dropped it
incomplete.
right in his hands. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Nobody near him, right through his hands. Wow.
Indian River pass attempt is
as bad a drop, I think, as you're ever going to see.
Oh, my gosh.
Wynn with a great pass. He had two men, and it was in and out of the hands of Mason Mills, the only man who's found his way into the end zone for Indian River in this game. Nearly had
See the same one that
his
caught that
second.
ball on the fingertips in the first half? Wow. They threw it too close to him. Well, Carthage again has their chance here. 3:43 to go.
Handed off by Rick, and nothing doing.
I feel like Carthage just got to get to the outside. This middle is not working. Gain of 0, 2nd and 10. I was just going to say, this has turned into a heck of a football
It's about
game.
as exciting as a 6-6 football game can be, especially here in the second half, and particularly in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
3 minutes to go. Rick with Kilborn in the backfield. He's looking to pass out to this near side. He has a man. It's caught.
Nice
and then able to
cutback.
shimmy
And
a
another
couple
cut.
of times before being swarmed. Shawcross makes the stop on Rogers.
Boy, if you watch, I mean, if you look back at just the play of this second half overall, it feels like Indian River has kind of taken over the game, and yet they haven't scored. Carthage has outscored them 6-0 in this half, and it feels like Carthage has gotten the breaks to keep Indian River out of the end zone. A drop pass, a penalty on a touchdown pass, a turnover deep, and yet here they are. They've got the ball with a chance to go down and win the game.
3rd and short. Rick
Screen.
to pass.
Oh, and it goes through his hands. That screen has worked except for putting the ball in the back's hand.
Dangerous incompletion to Kilborn over the middle.
Well, Coach, what do you do here on 4th and 2? You trust your offense to get 2 yards with the risk of turning it over?
I put the football in the hands of Alex Mitchell or Jacob Kilborn and try to get them to the outside. That's where they've had success. Both of those guys
Can't
have
argue
been
with
able to pick up yardage
Can't argue with your logic.
on either side of that defensive line for Indian River. They're going to call a timeout here, I think.
That's smart.
2 seconds on the play clock, and there it is.
Yeah, I think.
Flag comes out. Not sure if Kaufman called timeout.
Oh my gosh, that would be it. Oh my gosh, that's a horrible mistake.
He didn't.
I thought he was intentionally letting the clock run down just to leave less time on the clock if they turned it over.
Now you have to punt. Maybe that was the strategy all along, as you were going to anyway.
Put yourself 5 yards. Oh, they're still going to go.
This
Wow.
is interesting. Rick.
No, now he's getting back into punt formation. A lot of deception on the special teams.
They did this
Whoa.
earlier. High snap, but he got it.
That was
Good
almost
kick.
blocked.
Low kick from Carson Rick, but it gets down to the 45.
Well,
Really solid punt.
that was a nice punt with a guy barreling down at him right up the middle.
Indian River comes up with a stop. That
Sure,
was
the
a
last
bad,
time-
that was a bad delay of game to take.
If you go back to about the 5-minute mark, in the last 3 minutes, the action we've seen, and no score change. Just exciting play after exciting play.
Fumble in the red zone.
Strip,
Carthage fumbled it right back.
touchdown called back, pass interference in the end zone.
Still no score. It's 6-6. Raymond
Nice pursuit.
just can't get to the outside. There's too much speed for Carthage on the defensive side of the football. Raymond and Shawcross haven't been able to get to the edge fast enough to get around it.
Loss
Pressure
of
from
one.
Countryman there.
2nd and 11. Still not quite down to 2 minutes.
Indian River's got 1 timeout left. Carthage with 2. Elected not to use one there on that last possession.
Boy, you called it. That's a big punt. Back them up this far.
Yeah. Shawcross in motion. They fake the handoff. Wynn gets the block from Shawcross.
he's
has
wide
a man,
open.
and that's caught by Ariel Raymond. Raymond gets
Nice
around
move.
one. He's over The 15, he's down close to the 10. Ariel Raymond
Well,
snatches a couple of pairs of ankles.
Carthage player hasn't gotten up yet. I don't
No, he's still down.
Now they pulled him up.
Yeah, that's Colton Fox who was in coverage. The fake handoff. Look at that block from Shawcross right there to give Wynn the time and space to find Raymond. And Raymond got around the first and dropped a second guy as he cut back to the right. Explosive ankle
Here we
breaker
go.
from
I'm going to call
Raymond.
all runs up the middle here. They want as little time left as possible. Punch it in right at the end.
minute 30. Raymond on the carry, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think
Maybe
Indian River
give him a
minds
yard
that
or
too
two.
much. Indian River right where they want to be.
Carthage.
Down inside the 15-yard line.
Gotta
Clock
consider,
is ticking.
Gotta consider using one of your
Yep.
2 timeouts here. Approaching a minute to go.
All right, now he's going to trust his defense, and with good reason. They've shut him out here in the second half.
Just wonder how long you can keep this Indian River offense
That
down.
back jumped early.
Shawcross out to the right.
Great tackle. And we're under a minute. Clock's still running. 49 seconds and counting.
Number 7, Shaw.
Couple of yards for Shawcross.
At
But
this point, if you're coughing, your cards are on the table. There's no sense of calling a timeout now. Make them hurry up. They are in no rush. They're going to run a play, and then they're going to let all the chips on the table on 4th down, I think, if they don't get it.
20 seconds on the play clock for him here. Wynn, handed off. Melendez-Aristide up the middle. Stopped short of the line to gain. And it's 4th down.
Boy, why not take your timeout?
Indian
Get yourself
River's
a couple
got
of
to call their
plays.
timeout.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
do.
thinking. There's no sense in Carthage calling time. Once you get under a minute, your offense hasn't shown that big play potential. You might as well put the pressure on Indian River to get it done before the clock hits 0. And now they've got a couple things to think about. You got to get the first down. And if you do without getting a touchdown, you better be ready to get to the line of scrimmage, and you better have your scoring play set up because you're now out of timeouts. I think they got to roll them out and throw it into the end zone. Give them the option to run or throw.
Trust their offensive line in the arm of Carson Rick. If you're Carthage, if you get the football back, but Indian River has shown the ability to trick their way into the end zone. Maybe not in this game, but certainly in this season. See if they try something unusual, unorthodox here.
Gonna come right down to the wire, just like a rivalry game should. Here we go, 4th and 2. And they got him in the backfield. He kept it himself, and that's it. That'll turn it over with 10 seconds left. I think we might get a look at this overtime. Unless
Shawcross
Carthage.
got the direct snap,
Somebody's hurt.
and he was sacked. Player down for the Comets is Xavier Ingram. Here's another look at the stop as Shawcross. Man, nowhere to go.
I think I'm going to call the most conservative of play calls here with 10 seconds to go. If I'm Carthage, I'm taking a knee. I am thrilled to get out of here tied and go to overtime. I am not going to risk a fumble, an interception, in the hopes of getting an 92-yard touchdown. I'm taking a knee.
We saw
I'll
him
try
take
my luck from the 10-yard line.
the conservative approach at the end of the first half.
Absolutely.
Ingram's up and walking off for Carthage. Good sign for them.
There's no way I'm running a play here. Take the snap, take a knee. Indian River's out of timeouts. Yep. Victory formation. Take a knee. Let's go to overtime. I love it. Little free football Friday night.
That'll do it for regulation. Defensive battle. I said it last week in jest. This week, I mean it. It's 6-6 after 4 quarters of play.
Line it up and try to get 10 yards on each end. Who's got the chops? What a fantastic football game. Even those that love scoring, I like scoring as much as the next guy. That's about as an exciting a fourth quarter with no points on the board as you're ever going to see. That ball was down inside the 20-yard line for the last half hour.
Been terrific
Wow.
to watch. Both teams on the defensive side of the football just completely shutting down the opposition.
All right, so I believe we're saying each team gets a possession from the 10-yard line.
From the 10.
I'm going to assume there's a coin flip to see who gets it first. You think same strategy as the opening thing? You defer so you know what you've got to do when you get the ball second. I think that's the general strategy.
Seems to be the way this game has gone. I think you figure, hey,
Anything
we'll
but
go
conventional.
first and get a
Right.
stop. But
Yeah.
man, it's been so much fun to watch.
I wonder if our stats guy, Zach, if he's not busy, if he could look up, he got us the overtime rules. I would love to know the breakdown of that pass interference penalty. Maybe it doesn't come with an automatic first down, but so potentially not pass interference, but even if I
Defensive
believe
holding.
defensive holding is 5 yards and an automatic first. I guess I'm thinking of college and pro, so maybe the high school rule is different. But generally, plays like that are shorter yardage and an automatic first down. But regardless, the play was made. Carthage, Indian River. I guess he did argue it, but he realized he wasn't going to make any headway.
Well, the players are ready.
I don't think the officials are ready.
Both teams' captains are ready to head out to midfield for coin toss. The officials are down
Huddled up around the 10.
yeah, over by the 10 where the line of scrimmage was on the final play of regulation. Getting ready for overtime football on NBC Watertown. Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood and the rest of the stream team as we're in Philadelphia for the second week in a row. Indian River put on an offensive display last week. This week, been the opposite. 6-6 the score after 4 quarters.
Fantastic high school football game.
We hoped when we sat down at the beginning of the year, pick out the games we're going to be at every week. Figured this one should be good. Should be a good matchup. Should be close. Doesn't get closer than tied after 4.
No, sir. We had some choices. Had a good one going on in Lewis County tonight.
Yeah.
The river rivalry, Beaver River and Lavo teeing off. I have no idea how that one turned out.
That game
guess
was
it's done now, but
scheduled for last night originally, and we were planning on doing that last night in Louville and then coming out here tonight. They pushed it.
it is their
the same
homecoming
night as
weekend
tonight,
yeah.
so
They wanted
to
their-
line up with their homecoming.
Yep. Can't blame them, but well, I'm going to blame them because I wanted to be there and here. Greedy, I wanted to see both games.
We definitely wanted to be at both. Unfortunate that you can only really cover one at a time. So,
and I just got an update from my wife at home who says Louville is up 28-0 at the half. So it looks like the Red Raiders, at least early on,
that was a good start for
putting it
them.
on to the Beavers. So hopefully Beaver will turn around the second half and make a game of it.
We saw Beaver River play Dolgeville earlier this year. Game they lost pretty late. About 14 seconds left. They gave up a touchdown to fall behind. Louville then beat Dolgeville. So if you look at those two results, you figure Louville may be the stronger of the two teams. Not necessarily unexpected either, in the size difference.
Right.
Indian River's playing in Class B this year, like they did last year. Team that for a long time has been a Class A school. Carthage playing in the A's this year.
You say Indian River's in the B's?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
Isn't that
shocked their numbers are low enough to go down to the B's.
I'm a complete agreement with you here.
Wow.
Coin toss before overtime. Shawcross in a win out there for Indian River, the captains. Jacob Kilborn is out there, or
It looks like
Connor Hickey
Carthage
out there
won
by
the toss.
himself.
Carthage, I believe, won the toss and deferred. So Indian River will have the ball first on our right. So I guess we picked that correctly.
This is fun.
The place is to the pick is to defer, so you know what the opposition has done and what you need to do. I think that is a little more important when you've got kickers.
Yep.
But regardless.
Yep.
Well, let's see where they put the ball. Our rules specialist, Zach, has said it's supposed to be at the 10, but that doesn't mean that's where the refs are going to put it. Looks like, I don't know where he's going. He's out to the 30. And they're going to go to the other end. Didn't they just say it? All right. Set up where they want. He just pointed at the other end of the field. And we'll take the slow 60-yard walk down to the other end of the field. Maybe Indian River changed their mind.
And they're going to
still
spot it
setting
at the
up
20.
All right, 20-yard line. I feel like the last hour of real time has been right around this 20-yard line. They should
It
go
certainly
right back
felt
where
like
they
it.
left it. That Carthage defense has been on the field for almost that entire hour. What was the offense out there for? 2 plays before they fumbled? Here we go. Indian River back on offense.
Overtime football, untimed here. Pitched out to Shawcross, and he's
Nice
brought
tackle.
down. Gain
Nice
of
tackle.
maybe 4 for Trevor.
That's a good one-on-one tackle with him on the outside.
Yeah, he's had a tough night by his standards, certainly. Carthage has really handled him well. They've done a really effective job of making the stop when they've needed to on him. Raymond as well. They forced that fumble. Second down and about 7 for Indian River here in OT. Shawcross again on the carry.
Not much room to travel there. Going to be 3rd and probably 6. I don't think he got to the 25.
Third down.
I'm not thinking they have any interest in putting the ball in the air. They're going to live and die with the run at this point.
Almost worked for him. That last possession.
They better come up with something here. They're going to waste their timeout, and there it is.
Coach Marcel and Tegan Wynn never look like they're on the same page there.
Agreed. Yeah, I think he made the call, and Wynn either didn't understand it or didn't agree with it. He certainly wasn't in a rush to go back to the huddle and call it.
So ahead of third down, timeout called by Indian River.
He's going to look up to the scoreboard there and see the number of timeouts. I want to say they each get 2 in overtime. I think that's what the college rule is. So we'll put 2 on the board here.
We thought they started at the 10. So.
That's true. What do we know?
So did the public address announcer in the building as well. So they started at the 20. You're down to about the 16.
He's going to be breaking the huddle about 20 yards from the ball.
Third down and 6. Melendez there, Stude, Shawcross, Raymond all out there with Wynn.
Boy, he's got they're giving him 15 yards of cushion over here on the left. And they're going to try to throw it out in the middle of the field. Knocked down. Oh! They went up top, and 2 guys met for the ball. And nobody came down with it. Falls harmlessly incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 6th from the the 16-yard line.
Batted down.
Got to get to the 10.
By Carson Crump. He had a pick last year in Carthage to seal the win for the Comets over Indian River early in the year.
Rolling out.
Ball's
Ball's
loose again. Raymond tried to dribble it to himself.
And Carthage now will have the ball with a chance to win. So deferring work, they know, put the ball in the end zone, the game's over.
Raymond lost the football again. I'm not really certain what they were trying to do here. It was a pass for Raymond. And the football was loose.
I mean, at that point, you've got to try something. You can't eat it. You know it's 4th down. You try to do something. 20 yards from a hard-fought victory. Let's see if they can come up with a few plays to gain some momentum, get it down near the goal line.
Carson Rick with Jacob Kilborn to his left.
Oh, a
Fakes
reverse.
the handoff. It's pitched.
He's got some room on the
Countryman
outside.
out
He's
to
got
the
some room.
outside. He's down close to the 10.
I think they cut him down just short. He's probably at the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Good run, good pickup on 1st down. That opens up their playbook a little bit now.
Carthage with a little bit of trickery as they pitch it to Countryman.
Boy, he had some room out there and some good blocking.
Wow. He's brought down. Good spot, Ron, at the 11. 2nd and 1.
Suck it up, boys. 11 yards. They look like they're confused down there. What is...
Kilborn in the eye. So is Mitchell. They go to Alex Mitchell. Mitchell
He did not get
stood
it.
up.
He gained 1 maybe inside the 11, but not quite to the 10. Just have not
3rd
gone
and
back
short.
to the outside. God. They clearly know a lot better than us, but I gotta think, get somebody on the perimeter, get them on the outside. Use that speed advantage.
Neither team has had a ton of offensive success, but Carthage started to in that first half when that's what they did. They worked the ball towards the edges. That looked like...
Did he make contact?
That looked
That's going to be a
like-
free 1st down if he did. Or was there a timeout?
It's
I think I see a
encroachment on
flag.
Indian River.
Yep. And that's going to be a 1st down, 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. 6 yards, 4 plays to get it. You gotta look your guys in the eye and say, guys, give me a yard. Give me a yard every time. We're gonna be there.
Rick handed off.
got-
Mitchell
He got a couple. He
got
got down to
inside
the
the
4.
5.
And hold on to the ball. 2nd and goal from the 4. It seems only fitting that this is going to come down to 4th down, don't you think?
It's
The way it's gone.
The way the game has gone to this point. Been a lot of 4th downs. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, Kaufman at this point. He's going to tell his boys to man up. We're going straight forward. We don't need to trick them. We're going to take it from them.
Rick
There it is, right up the gut. He's
handed
got
off.
some move. Is he
He
in?
is
He's in.
into the
There's
end
a signal on the
zone.
far side. He got in.
Jacob
And
Kilborn.
Carthage going crazy on the sideline. What an unbelievable finish. Wow, what a fantastic football game. It's a shame somebody has to lose.
Carthage's leading rusher, Jacob Kilborn,
Here's the play again. Let's take a look at it.
on 2nd and
He
goal.
went off tackle and got a little space and then
The
just
4-yard
powered
rush.
it in.
That's
He's definitely over. There's no
the-
question about it.
Perfect embodiment of everything that this
Wow.
football game was. That was hard. It was difficult. It was up the middle, and it was gutsy. It was just a
Smash mouth
Brawl.
football. Yeah.
all game.
clean for
in
the
the
most
cleanest
part.
way possible.
Yes,
It really was.
Kids fought hard for 4 quarters plus.
Just tremendous
Game like that should come down to the last play of the
knockdown,
game.
drag-out
and it did.
football
That was
between two teams that
awesome.
really despise each other.
Yep.
They gave us quite a show. They're going to line up here and shake hands.
Show of sportsmanship. They fought their tails off for the last few hours. Now they're going to shake hands and congratulate each other. Fans were given quite a show tonight. I was happy I was able to be here.
It was so much fun for us. Maybe expected a little more scoring, but
You couldn't have got much more excitement.
no,
than
it was
what we had.
It was a tremendous game between these two teams. Carthage stays undefeated. They go to 4-0 on the year.
Indian River in the B is going to be a tough out. They're going to be hard to handle.
And yet they fall to 3-2. They've already played New Hartford first week of the season. And now they've played Carthage, two really difficult teams, after they gutted out a win against VVS last week. Just a tremendous game between these
I
two
like this. Mutual
teams.
respect. Look at just these kids. They realize the guy on the other side fought just as hard as they did. Fight with everything you got. Shake hands at the end of the day. Go home and know you gave them everything you got.
So it took us a little extra football. They went into overtime, but Carthage with the victory, 12-6, here in Philadelphia against Indian River. Tremendous win for Coach Kaufman and his boys, as they just kept the football on the ground and pound, fought their way up the middle. But how about a word for that Carthage defense? I mean, they were tremendous.
Unbelievable. That offense that Indian River runs, so, like I said at the beginning of the game, deceptive. You don't know who's going to get the ball. 3 or 4 options on every play. You've got to be disciplined. You got to pay attention to the ball, be in your gaps, and they did it. I mean, they really stopped the run. They got hurt with a couple of pass plays. Just a phenomenal effort, both sides. But that Carthage defense against that Indian River running game was really, to me, the difference in the game. Wow, fantastic football.
It really was. It was so much fun for us to watch here. We really hope everybody enjoyed it, watching it at home, either on YouTube or on NBC Watertown on broadcast television. Excited that we were able to do this, get this game out, and that it lived up to all the hype that we built it up
absolutely lived up to it. We
for
talked
the
about
last
it this
couple of
week.
weeks.
We got everything in place. Can the teams put on a good game, good show for us? And they did all that and then some. Fantastic. Couldn't have asked for more in a high school football game.
12-6 the final. Carthage in overtime against Indian River. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to NBC Watertown for it. High school football presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group and SRT Chemical Solutions. My name's Connor Lalone. For the entire NBC Watertown crew, the stream team tonight: Cody Wheeler, James Stump, Morgan Young down on the field with a camera for us, Ron Rockwood, my commentary partner, and our director, Zach Subrisky. My name's Connor Lalone. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in again. Really appreciate it. Glad we could bring you the game. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of the NBC program if you're watching on TV. We'll catch you later.
Have a great night. Thanks for letting us share your Friday night with us.